A guy walks into my office with a halo collar on. I asked him what happened, and he said he was involved in a high-speed accident on I-80 where he was rear-ended by a semi-truck. He was knocked unconscious and had to be taken to Gary Methodist Hospital. The diagnosis was a dens or odontoid fracture. He had a bunch of questions for me. Hang on for 5 seconds and I'll tell you what I told him. Hi, I'm Dr. Guy DiMartino, a Northwest Indiana personal injury attorney. First, I need to describe the anatomy of the upper neck. The central nervous system is made up of the brain and spinal cord. The spinal cord starts at the base of the skull at the foramen magnum and stops in the upper part of the lower back. The neck has 7 vertebrae. The top vertebra is called the atlas or C1. The second vertebra is called the axis or C2. These 2 vertebrae are weird shaped. Here is C1, here is C2, and this is how they come together. The bone sticking up from C2 is called the odontoid process or dens. C1 and C2 are made this way because this is where a majority of our rotation comes from. Bones are attached to each other by ligaments, and there are a bunch of ligaments that go from C1 to C2 to give stability. A fracture of the dens is the most common fracture that we see in the neck. A majority of dens fractures happen because of forceful hyperflexion of the neck, and when everything comes forward, it breaks that little knob that's sticking up there. Because there is a lot of room in this area of the spinal canal, we don't see a lot of spinal cord injury unless the dens is completely displaced and hits the cord. Depending upon the nature and extent of the injury and whether there is stability or instability, that will determine whether surgery needs to be performed or whether immobilization in a collar in and of itself needs to be performed. As a personal injury lawyer, my main concern for clients who suffer these injuries is what the future brings. And so it is important for me to identify and account for any complications or any restrictions that my client will have for the rest of their life. If you have any questions about a dens fracture after an accident, you can always give me a call. I am Guy DiMartino, meeting you at the intersection of law and medicine. Have a great day.